So now that we've gone live, I'll say to everyone, Hanukkah Sameach, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Shabbat Hanukkah with Temple Sinai. Tonight we'll begin with a simple and beloved song celebrating the dreidel. While the song is in Hebrew, here's all you need to know. A dreidel, which is a word from Yiddish, is called in Hebrew a sivivon. Connected to its name is the word sov, which means turn. So we'll sing sov, 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 of course, meaning turn, turn, turn. And when we get to these words, if you want to spin your own dreidel, or if you want to spin yourself, perhaps pretending to be a dreidel, feel free to do so. Then we'll sing Hanukkah, the rest of the words, Hanukkah hu chag tov. Hanukkah, it's a good holiday. Be ready for some of the words coming up and join in if you can with Nes Gadol Haya Sham. So I know Rachel there knows what those words are. A great miracle happened there, of course, meaning in Israel. So here we go. Sivivon, sof, 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 Hanukkah hu chag tov, Hanukkah hu chag tov, Sivivon, sof, 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 Chag simcha hu la'am, Nes gadol haya sham, Nes gadol haya sham, Chag simcha hu la'am. Again. Sivivon, sof, 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 Hanukkah hu chag tov, Hanukkah hu chag tov, Sivivon, sof, 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 Chag simcha hu la'am, Nes gadol haya sham, Nes gadol haya sham, Chag simcha hu la'am. A little bit of la la la. Ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la. So this evening we've got several special, let's say extra special elements to make our Hanukkah, our festival of lights, brighter and hopefully spreading more joy to each household. One of the special moments will be Hanukkah songs, including 6 recorded by our intergenerational choir, along with a couple of chosen, or I should say choice instrumentalists. Our choir believes that music continues even in the face of the challenges of our times. Before that part, I want to introduce another very, very special element of our service, the Levin family, Ken, Marcy, Sophia, Daniel, and Jessica, who will light candles for us this evening. First, while we listen to the musical blessings of our choir, and afterwards while we light our Shabbat candles.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for including us. This is beautiful, and we are happy to participate. Hanukkah's great, Festival of Lights. We usually light a lot of menorahs every night, but we scaled it down for tonight. But as a family growing up, I certainly remember having, my mom would have gifts for us every night, and Marcy carries that tradition on tremendously, always has something special for the kids every night. So it's wonderful. And so thanks for joining with us. We're glad to be part of this service.
I remember at my house, we actually did not give gifts on Hanukkah, but we always had a really nice dinner, and we always really celebrated lighting the lights together. And it was always fun to see as the days would progress, more lights being lit and how beautiful the candles would look. And we always liked to have like a nice color assortment of the candles on the menorah. There was a lot of talk about which colors we were going to use that night. And we would always play dreidel every night and sing some songs. And it was just a really nice time to just enjoy being together as a family, just come together at the end of the day and sit down, relax, and really have a nice time together. So I have a lot of fond memories. Sophia? You share any memories?
The same Good parents. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Happy Hanukkah. And then certainly another tradition at my house was always, to light to share the responsibility of lighting the candles and to pass the candle on so everybody has a chance. So, and then I'll give it to Sophie and you guys can do it together. You guys do it together. Together.
There's no way.
I think they did the Shabbat candles. Baruch Ta Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim l'avotenu v'ayamim ha'hem b'azman hazeh.
Hope that brought a little more light into your Hanukkah. And now for the lighting of the Shabbat candles.
I know, because I have my hands full.
So we turn back to the lighting of the Shabbat candles, and Ken, Marcy, and Sophia and Jessica, we'd be honored for you to lead us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
We offer a blessing for all of our families and children and everyone who is in need of a blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Shalom, shalom, yasem lecha shalom, shalom, ve'yasem lecha shalom, 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 yasem lecha shalom, shalom, ve'yasem lecha shalom. You've got some wine or grape juice or any sort of special drink with you. We continue with Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemigra'ei kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol habim V'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava u'ratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai v'kadesh haShabbat.
Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha hishmiyanu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemu tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat kal Shabbat lechu benelcha ki bekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri ריקי ועורף, ומיורי אורי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני, עלייך נגלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום, התרפה לה גם בשמחה, ובצלה תאכל ולעם סגולה. בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. If you are comfortable doing so, please rise for Chatzi Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ילמד יברח ירתי וימליך מלכותי, בחיי חול וביומי חול ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם לעלמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה. בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ויאמרו אמן. יאי לילה, 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 ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. But there is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we liberate from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Blessed are you, helps us shine our light through the darkness. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim.
Torah ומצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיים ואוהב ימינו, ובהם יגי יומם ולילה, יגי יומם ולילה. ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy, and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. We will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Elohim, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות בכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Before we turn to the words of Michamocha, I just want to share a story with you. When I was a rabbinical student, I served a congregation in Billings, Montana. And perhaps you've heard this story, but in 1993, there was increasing neo-Nazi and skinhead presence in the Billings community, and they found it fertile ground for sowing their seeds of hatred. They left pamphlets in different places. They vandalized places of worship and different businesses. And things really came to a head in December when a family, the Schnitzers, had a rock thrown through their son's bedroom window. Their son, Isaac. The kids were with a babysitter at the time and they heard a crash upstairs. No one knew exactly what had happened. Luckily, no one was in the room. But you can imagine the fear that they felt in having their house vandalized because they had Hanukkah decorations hanging in the windows and the Chanukiah lit downstairs. And in fact, the family was told to take down their decorations. We're gonna give Yuval a little bit of a break because I can't think. The family was told to take down the decorations and realized that that was going to be exactly the opposite of the purpose of Hanukkah, where we are supposed to be proud to be Jewish, and in particular to celebrate our Jewish identity in contrast to the culture around us. So instead, Tammy, the mom, went to some of her friends and they decided to create a movement in the city called Not in Our Town, where everyone put Chanukiot in their windows. The Billings Gazette, the local newspaper, printed out an image of a Chanukiah, and businesses across the city, homes, places of worship, all put Chanukiot in their windows. In the face of this this unified force to say, not in our town, the neo-Nazis gave up. They realized that this was not going to be a place where they could actually sow their seeds of hatred. And so they left. And as we turn to Mi Chamocha, this story just reminds me of how important it is for all of us to come together, regardless of faith, regardless of race, regardless of anything, that when we come together, we have so much power to sow seeds of love in the face of hatred. So with that, we sing these words of love and celebration of freedom. Oh, and actually when we're singing it, that's actually me playing it with the choir. We sing it to the Ma'os Sor.
מלכות חרבה נכה בוקיים לפני משה מרים זהליאנו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב גואלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני קהל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. aleinu sukat shalomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Baruch atah Adonai hapores sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. So here's a familiar melody to so many of us for whom this would have been mostly musical Shabbat, but done in a little bit of a softer way, remembering that Shabbat is also something that we need to cherish. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. I invite you to rise as we begin the words of our Amidah. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ofi Agi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם, אדוני מחיה הכל, אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו משני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Glory be to you for chance encounters. All praise to you. You occasion momentary Torah in incidental happenings, Shabbos strollers' eyes, conductors' hands, the jumping feet of children. You set us unexpected meetings everywhere, in corridors and clinics, waiting rooms, the beach. You make signs and signals, radiant warmth in everything, if we but look for them. Boredom is a sin. For as long as there are trees and mountains, traces of design, lakes and wrinkled faces moving towards us, and a patterned unpredictability, we say, glory to you, God, accept our psalms of praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. You are within us in our prayer, our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety clouds the mind, when we look inward to answer our prayers, there may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai she'otecha levadecha v'yira na'avod. Praise to you, Adonai, whom alone we serve in reverence. And this evening, actually, if you could stop the share, I'm going to share a different slide. For Hoda'ah, we have a
That slide is actually the next slide in the.
oh, so well, I have it up. Let me do. I put up the English I wanted, but thank you. So every year, unfortunately, except for this year, I go to Israel in December, and if I'm lucky, I arrive while it's still Hanukkah, and there's street fairs, and one of the very inspiring things is to go to the Kotel, to go to the Western Wall for Hanukkah. And it's not necessarily something that most Israelis would do, but it is something for me. I always find moving, and to be at the Kotel where the temple was, and to say these words, and this is abridged, always just sort of opens my spirit in a new way. You feel a connection with the generations of the Jewish people in a very different way. In the days of Mattatyahu, son of Yochanan the high priest, the Hasmonean and his sons, when the evil Greek kingdom rose up against your people Israel to make them forget you, and you turn them away from the statutes of your will, you in your abundant mercy stood by them in their time of distress, performed a great deliverance and redemption unto this very day. Afterwards, they entered the Holy of Holies of your abode, cleaned your temple, purified your sanctuary, and kindled lights in the courtyards of your sanctuary, and designated these 8 days of Hanukkah to thank and praise your great name. And there's always a giant menorah off on the wall on the left side facing the Kotel with bins more of oil, and to see people gathered, it's just a incredible experience. Our hoda'ah, our thanksgiving for this evening.
Baruch atah Adonai hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Please continue now with your private prayers. We welcome to our service this evening, in case you don't recognize him, Joey Bresla.
Shalom, shalom, bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, amen, amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael, amen.
Beautiful. Thank you, Joey. We continue with the words of Mishaberach, and we think of all those who are in need of healing, healing of mind, healing of body, healing of spirit. We're going to offer the first verse of the Mishaberach for ourselves, because especially during this dark time and this time of isolation, we could all use a little bit of that healing and blessing. And then in between the two verses, I will offer the names that you put in the chat, and I'll also try to capture those that are put in the chat on YouTube as well. It's for each of us.
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say amen.
On this Shabbat, we think of all of our loved ones: Howard Block, Ram Kasavsky, Richard Lobel, Steve Ang, Thea Persoff, Jolene Gallagher, Robert Gillis, Barbara Anslow, Michael Tillman, Marcy Rosen, Bob Schuster, Bill Shackman, Sue Horn, David Witham, Ruth Love, Laura Fell, Vicky Toma, Denise Francasio, the residents at AVS with COVID, Roz and Joe Polliner, and those who were mentioned on YouTube. I don't have those yet. We think of them, we offer the second verse for them and for everyone who is in need of healing.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body
So two well-known and well-loved Hanukkah songs are Mi Yimalel and Ma'otzur. The first tells of past times when our people have faced enemies and severe hardship. And then the song calls Shema, listen, pay attention. The words then remind us that the Maccabees fought for our people's freedom and are an annual reminder that we must stay united and stand for fairness and freedom and bring the light of goodness to the world. This is an apt call for our times, as for the times of the Maccabees. Action in service of freedom and fairness and unity is an ongoing imperative for which we must always work. The second song, Ma'otzur, dates all the way back to the 13th century. Its words, sung during Hanukkah in many, many homes around the world, give gratitude to God and offer our dedication to God. Hanukkah, after all, means dedication. So in honor of our Festival of Light, I am honored to present Temple Sinai's intergenerational choir and the dedicated work of our choir director, Ellen Keeney, who was assisted in preparing these recordings by Janice Coppola. We hope you enjoy them as a musical Hanukkah gift.
Announcements. Thank you, Cantor. And thank you to the Intergenerational Choir and to Ellen and Janice for all their work. Our musical program is made possible with generous support by Edgar Snyder and an anonymous donor. We've been having a wonderful time with the many faces of Hanukkah. This Saturday, the children's family activity and candle lighting will be at 5:45. 7 o'clock, we have Havdalah menorah lighting, and then a concert with Sheldon Lowe and Hadar or Shami. And it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Last I knew, we had over 170 households signed up, and they're wonderful. So please join us, and that will be at 7 o'clock. Nightly menorah lighting, Sunday through Thursday. 5:45 will be family activity and candle lighting. and 6 will be menorah lighting and different families sharing their stories. Torah study on Saturday at 8:30, the informal Shabbat service at 9:15. Party game night, or afternoon in this case, will be at 3. The Hartman series, the future of Jewish peoplehood, will now be at 9 o'clock on Sundays. And Breshit, the singing Torah, will be at 10:30. Let's see. It's not on here, but there is a Watts program on Sunday with me. Brotherhood Virtual Lunch Monday at noon. Rosh Chodesh Group Tuesday at 7:30. Parashat HaShavua Wednesday at noon with evening meditation available at 6, and the Festival of Daughters at 6:30. It's a great week at Temple Sinai.
Please rise if you are comfortable doing so for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Even during this joyous time, there are so many that we remember who have died at this time in years past. On this Shabbat, we think of Robert Arnold, Tilly Bleckman, Ethel Briskin, Alan J. Kaplan, Ruthie Davidson, Judy Druck, Esther Julia Edelstein, Leo Ellikin, Randall Enger, Ruth Furliger, Thelma Finkelstein, Joseph Fried, Sarah Garfinkel, Jack E. Goldman, Anne Greenberg, Philip Hoffman, Lillian Salo Holstein, Nathan Holstein, Morris Katz, Paula Kaufman, Lee Kaiser, Elaine Laney Kosberg, Elliot Krause, Louis Krieger, Lloyd Joseph Kudrick, Wilbur Leibovitz, Harry J. Lappin, Louis Lichtenstein, Albert Lobel, Josephine Felser Marcus, Carol McAllister, Ruth Mendelson, Morris Mullins, Dorothy Sachs Mustin, Ernestine Pantel, Saul Pasek, Jeanette Perlstein, Helen Posner, Norman Robin, Aaron David Rosenson, Estelle Tauberg Rosenthal, Sigmund Rosenwasser, Corinne Schwartz Rothenberg, Augusta Rubin, Florence Rudolph, Arnold Ruttenberg, Ellen Rothenberg Sapoznik, Frank Shatton, Hannah B. Shane, Harry Shapira, Rose Salo, Gwen Berman Stern, Ruth Recht Unger, and Jack Weiss. We also think of those who have died in recent days and weeks. We are still in mourning for the passing of Shirley Krause, the mother of Elaine Miller, and the grandmother of Ross, Evan, and Isaac, and the great-grandmother of Will. Leon Darling, the brother of Mark Darling, Tom McIntyre, Lois Perla, grandmother of Liz Smith, John Patz, the brother of Judy Sadowski and uncle of Abby Bolton, and Mildred Hovitz. As we think of them, we say Zichronam Livracha, may their memories ever be a blessing. As we offer the words of Kaddish, thanking God for the blessing that was having them in our lives. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Bagalau v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mivrach le'lam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'tadar v'tale v'talal shmei kudesha brichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlam Rabbah min shemaya, V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved, as together we say, Amen. I'll invite Cantor Berman to introduce our closing song.
During Hanukkah, it's traditional to say the words of Hallel, a series of praise psalms. And one of those beloved psalms, Psalm 118, has these words, Odecha ki anitani, I praise you for you, I praise you for you have been my deliverance, as the words say beneath. And we welcome again, and in a celebratory closing, the wonderful sounds of our intergenerational choir.
Blessed are you as you come into our sacred space, and blessed are you as you go on your way. And as you go on your way, I hope that you feel the light and love and joy of Hanukkah and spread that to everyone around you, certainly better than spreading any sort of germs. Together we say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom.